Hi, this is Dr. Dan with the Medical Mastery Podcast. Welcome to episode 18, Pre-Med Help. 15 things that every future doctor must know. Now this quick list I'm going to share with you is a segment of the full-length audio podcast found at medicalmastery.com. You can look it up in iTunes as well. It's called So You Want to Be a Doctor podcast, or you can search my name, Daniel Williams, MD, whatever. Okay? So let's just hit this list real quick. This comes from nearly 7 years of pre-med advising. Okay? And I've categorized all the emails, surveys I've done, hundreds of people I've coached over the last 5-7 years, and I've organized them into these groups. First thing is getting started. My new website I'm about to launch, I've got all kinds of articles. My 16-step pre-med guide is in there. There's 2 podcasts related to getting started and getting organized as a pre-med. The second one is pre-medical decision making. Here I've got about 10 articles and 5 podcasts relating to major all-encompassing strategies that pre-meds use, whether it's DO, MD, US, UK, Canada, Caribbean schools, etc. And much more in there. The third thing that pre-med students need to know about, and medical students do, is organizing your experiences. Now what I'm talking about here is collecting them into either a file cabinet. What I prefer, and I always coach people to use, is a master application binder. Here, just a second. I'll grab mine. I keep it pretty well close to me no matter what I'm doing. In this particular one, it's sort of like a day planner version, but in the back of it you've got all of my references, transcripts, personal essays, etc., and as well as a work history document. Okay? So organizing your experience, there's a whole section on that on the website about to be announced. The fourth thing that pre-med students need to know is a section I grouped called Building Character into Physician Training. Now this covers ethics, it covers professional conduct, specifically things like Nuremberg, suicide, the Tarasov case, some articles about 6 habits of highly respectful physicians, that sort of stuff. So that I try to equip you to be able to maintain your ethics and your values that you start out with. You, as a pre-med, you want to help people. What happens in residency that makes everybody get burned out? I've got a whole section devoted to that on my community website. Number 5, components of the application. So we're going to have a long list here and a podcast about all the different pieces, from secondary essays, MD, PhD, interest letter, things you wouldn't ordinarily think of are covered in this section. Step 6, writing your memorable application. When I coach people with these video tutorials, these are how-to video tutorials on the personal essay and essay tips, as well as this half a dozen articles here. They're really focusing you on becoming a package, marketing yourself, if you will, or becoming memorable in the eyes of an admissions committee member so that you make their job easier and they remember you when they put your application down, rather than just a long list of life experiences just thrown together like a garbled mess. You're gonna learn how to synthesize that and be clear and concise and trim the fat in your application, actually, rather than coming up with enough to put in there. Step 7, choosing your top medical schools. There's a lot of facts here from peer-reviewed journals on this topic of the top medical schools. Mostly we debunk that myth, and with these articles I kind of show you, and there's a podcast too in there, an MP3 file, where I show you that a top medical school is going to vary by the individual applicant. So I will teach you exactly how to critique your school that you're interviewing at, choose medical schools that you may want to go to, or residency programs, and learn how to ask the tough questions on interview day so you're not surprised after you gain admission. Step 8, counting the costs. This isn't just financial, people. This is emotional, spiritual, and physical, the costs on your family. There's podcasts and articles there for that. Step 9, grades. I have a GPA calculator where you can predict your GPA off into the future, much less give you the science, current science and cumulative GPAs. This is especially useful for people that go to more than one school. I had 9 transcripts coming from the military. Ugh. Now I have 10. Sizing up the competition rounds out number 10, and this is all about similar to how you can use this article to gauge what your competition is learning about on the web. I have a whole section that expands this fourfold. I've got a video tutorial, I've got podcasts, and I've got articles, all for sizing up your competition. Step 11 is how to study. From medical school speed reading, I'm going to add a speed reading course to the medical school curriculum that I'm adding. I'm going to do a live conference too in Texas in July. This website that's going to be announced in the next week or so is going to give you specific details on how to access that. But in addition, I have how-to video tutorials and audio. So there is a 5-step proven method for studying in medical school and at graduate level that you are not going to want to miss out on. And this is what your competition is out there learning about right now. Number 12, personalized progress feedback. For free, okay? I'm not trying to make a fortune off you guys. Call me directly. I go through a standard mock interview format, and I am currently perfecting a numerical system that will give you feedback in a personalized PDF file for you to gauge the strength of your application. Okay? Step 13, we're almost finished. After your medical school application, most people don't think about that, but this has video tutorials on the ERAS and the medical school application service, behind the scenes exactly what that system looks like, as well as podcasts and articles about successful interviewing techniques and changes in the match system. Don't want to miss that. Number 14, the penultimate. This is called Maintaining Your Edge. From time management skills to current web technology and IT services. This is going to help you stay on the cutting edge, know your, not just keep up with current events, which is kind of a joke. People read the paper the day before an interview. This is going to keep your finger on the pulse of the institutions you're interested in, people that you're going to interview with, and everything. It's quite sick. To start with, we have Foxmarks, bookmarks, iGoogle, and time management video tutorials all in there for you. And the last step that all pre-med students and future doctors are going to want to know is the study materials themselves. Most websites about pre-med stuff have just study materials put up there up front. I save it for last because I feel like this is a small little tactic you can learn in a lot of places. But I do have 2,200 MCAT questions, 1,200 plus pages of real medical student notes, 10,000 real medical school exam questions. That's quite sick. And we go into practically every topic on the MCAT itself. And there's a bonus USMLE document when it comes time to take the United States Medical Licensing Exam, usually at the end of your second year of medical school. So that's enough for now. Look forward to episode 18, and if you want to get this entire list or find out exactly what that website I'm going to be announcing that's going to have all this stuff for like $12. You're going to get everything I just mentioned and more for $12. Go to medicalmastery.com, and in the upper right you'll see a sign-up form for the early notification list. People that get on that list are going to have first access to the DVD course and the and access to the website to get everything I just mentioned. Take care.